Hi guys, it's Philip here from the hackathon presenting my project. It's a project about landslides tracking, primarily now based on a National Geographic article that's situated in Alaska. So there is a guy trying to track these things because, like you see here, some major incidents already happened. Also, like past year, we had, and you can see it here, a tsunami wave of 480 meters high. So that is insane. What we would like to do is to, warn the people or do something about it. And apparently, this doesn't seem to be very good for the moment. So let's just take a quick look at the effect. So we can here see the slide area of August. You can see how it was before and afterwards, how the water and all the dirt and everything came up. So they were very lucky that there wasn't any ships or people that were impacted this time. But there's a lot of regions where there is issues. And this is all handled by, mostly, there are some sites, tracking sites from the government, but most of them are done by Bretwood Higman, an independent geologist, sustainable guy, I think, which puts like self-made mason jars with sensors to track the data and to see where we could end up with the landslide. But as you can see here from scientific reports, there is no systematic landslide warning present thresholds. So, it's hoping for the best, but if we see how it changes, I don't think it will last. So reading this article really intrigued me, and then I decided for this hackathon to create this project. So the map that Hig doesn't have yet, because he has to go by gut feeling, and that's not really scientific, is it? So to do it better, let's take a look here. We can see there's different parts here. So we have the red ones, which are really, really very urgent to monitor because they are very dangerous, it seems. We have the recommended sites we can track. We also see that we lack some data. It's also good to see, okay, but for these spots, we are blind because there's no data. So by doing the analysis of all the data, this is actually what came out. We can look at the scores. So why did we decide that the impact is like 0.9, so very high, because of the criteria we used. And we can also see the data source, where it's coming from, and so on and so forth. We can go into the search bar and say, okay, we want to search for, let's say, where cruise ships are passing by. We can, of course, enlarge and see really deeply where we should put the sensor tracking. You can also see like the impacted area that may be involved when something goes wrong. I don't think it ends up with Alaska alone. There's Greenland, there's northern Russia, there is the Himalayas, where we have villages between the very dangerous rocks. So yeah, a lot of stuff that can go wrong.